We here.
All right, we're live.
We live.
Yes.
StreamSpace. We back again with another one. This one isn't a exclusive. This ain't even a normal scheduled programming. This is a little, red
It is
alert.
necessary.
Oh yeah, it's definitely necessary. Special guest in the building.
Hello, everyone.
You know who she is, man. Sam Supreme.
Yes.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm so ready to dive into this topic.
Yeah.
These several topics.
Right.
Um, as we know, this is a hot button issue right now in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Who is the true rap champ?
Who's the champ? Who's the hottest? Who's the man or the woman?
Or the person,
Or the
person, human.
or the human.
Yeah, who is the human?
Who is it? And I think it's great for competition, especially in the music space. To have peers going against each other for their artistry. Because it only will make stronger musicians, stronger artists, stronger performers.
Yes.
But yeah, let's just jump right into it. The Rap Champs,
Yes.
Volume 1.
This has burned a fire inside of me that burns bright. I am so happy that this is happening. I'm happy that the conversation is happening, and I'm happy that StreamSpace is the institution that is hosting it, which is somebody that's inside of the community. So I think this is a very important moment, personally. Two, I think that it is bringing a conversation on how we look at hip hop, from the traditional. It's about who's the best on the block, who has supreme lyrical and performance and MC capabilities, to what a rapper or MC is now. They mostly make music at home.
Yeah.
They stream.
Yeah.
It's about your community and how you cultivate and give music or performance or whatever to your community. So you're not really competing, you're more cultivating.
Right.
So I think that the first Rap Champs battle, for me, that's what it was. It wasn't about, who's better. Obviously, we know what happened, but I think it's more so how we do hip hop now versus the culture and the traditional MC and what that means. So I think this is a time to question what that is now that hip hop is 50 years old. Like, what does it mean to be an MC in 2024? It's not the same as 95 or 85 or 79.
Yeah.
It's
because there's a lot of different styles too. Because we've talked about moving forward, if we were to keep this same kind of model with like the competition in hip hop, you almost may need multiple competitions from multiple subgenres, like
exactly
auto tune rap competition.
We there now, where it's subgenres.
Yeah.
We there, and so it's like I think first we need to ask ourselves that question, like, what kind of rappers are we looking at?
Yeah. I think the pure craft of it though does go to, are you able to stand your own with rhymes? At the bare minimum, a drum beat.
Now we can go into culture.
Well, that's always gonna be the culture. If you're talking about rap and you're a rapper and you're talking about hip hop, it's like all the subgenres are cool, but that's like the foundation. It's like you can't come in without going through that.
And I think that's what we saw that night.
Yeah.
Was, first of all, I think everybody that claims that they are a rapper or MC should look at the history. Not like, y'all know nothing. Like, no, not like that, because the youth are pushing the culture forward and creating new rules, which always should exist. But we have to understand the foundation, I feel. We have to understand that hip hop is not about rappers.
Yeah.
First of all, we are afterthought.
Yeah.
So hip hop started with the rapper hyping up the DJ and the community to dance, because the most important part of hip hop at that time was the DJs and the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Talk about it.
as an MC, it is not even your job. It's your job to support.
Yeah. You're really here for support.
You are here for support, first of all. It ain't about you.
Yeah.
If we want to go to the culture of the shit, like
Yeah.
it's not about you. It's about facilitating the culture amongst the people that are there, hyping up the music and the DJ that is bringing the music to create this party in our community.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we talk about why is crowd control important for an MC, that is why. Not because I'm the best. It is I'm here to serve my community first. So that's first. So that is why it is a requirement for an MC to be able to control a crowd.
That's a huge part.
It's not about you being the best. It ain't about that. It's about I'm here to uplift people and control people and keep the vibes.
Yeah.
So first off, if you can't do that, even with other, and they weren't making their own music, you didn't have your own track.
Right.
That
you was just
moving
or grooving to whatever break they done
carrying
found.
records.
Yeah.
No, you were the no. The rapper was the one carrying records. Humble yourself.
Not today. These rappers ain't
but
carry a record, a crate.
Humble yourself.
A crate.
Humble yourself.
Miss Sam, no.
Humble yourself. You know, so it was a time I was out. I went to my roots. I carried records for DJs.
Yeah.
I sat on the side and studied because that's what the culture of an MC actually is. It's not even about you.
Yeah.
First off.
A little side note, to me, not that it's been separated, but where did we lose that real strong connection with the dance culture? And I know it's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere.
Hip hop, and you don't stop. We're rocking to the. So the first hip hop record was Rapper's Delight. Now let's talk about that part on MCN. That record was stolen. Those weren't even the people that wrote that rap.
Oh, wow. Even the lyrics.
It was Grandmaster Caz's lyrics. So, and this is how I understand the story. I wasn't even born yet. So if I'm wrong, y'all old heads, please
She's a
whoop
historian,
me.
though.
Please whoop me and get me right.
Get it right.
But first off, and the first hip-hop record was produced and released by a woman. So let's get deep.
Yeah.
So when you transition, kind of like, in my mind, this is how I see hip-hop when I read history books and look. So you went from you are to hype up the DJ, keep the crowd going. Hey, everybody. Like that whole situation. Then you go to, okay, they found it valuable enough to even print records. At this point, you couldn't just go to the studio.
Right.
That's not happening. Somebody has to facilitate that process. So Sylvia Robinson, I hope I'm getting that name right, is the one that said, hey, hip-hop is going to do something. Let me invest some money into it.
Okay. She has some dollars.
Exactly. Now, in my mind, I'm making up this story, right? So she's the industry. That's what she represents. So when you talk, and me, I've thought about this a lot personally. When you talk about hip-hop and commercialism, that's exactly what happened. These are fake rappers for the industry.
Right.
Because they know they can turn $1 into a culture that exists that they didn't participate in, they stole from. So when you talk about, oh, rappers are all fake, that's literally the first record was a fake rapper.
Stolen lyrics.
Is that a part of the culture? Yes.
I mean, I guess if it's
yes.
built, if it's that's what it's built on.
Fugazi rappers that are not rapping their actual story. Yeah. They took somebody else's story and made it their own.
The crazy part is we talk even so much of that topic, even amongst producers, right? The type beats, the YouTube beats, or rappers that have all these records that on these beats that they don't pay for, just get from the internet, just strip off the internet. But it started with stripping off the vinyl.
They went to the party.
This is what this is.
They memorized, because at that time, rappers was just performing their original music live. They weren't recording it because fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even.
See me at the party.
Right. So now these guys that go to the parties, that are part of the parties culturally,
Mm-hmm.
now they're like, I'm gonna benefit off of it because this person doesn't know the culture, the industry doesn't know the culture, so it can't point out who's real and who's not.
Right.
So if we think about like what actually happened in hip hop, like that actually happened. So then you get, you know, and I remember watching a hip hop documentary because Grandmaster Caz, I always liked him because his handwriting was so like fluid. And
Was it good handwriting or was it like scratch? That was good. Good penmanship.
But because he wrote it as he thought it, and I thought that was so cool because you know I wrote in my book, so he always was like a important person to me, and I remember him going off about that, like those are my raps, and y'all put out the first rap record was me, but I wasn't a part of it.
Was he just like left? Was he like a part of the group and they like
no,
left?
they heard his raps and wrote it down and re-rapped it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, if we're talking about the progression of the MC, then you got the message. So that changed the game as far as like topics, and it ain't just about crews battling and who's the best MC. It was more about, let me talk about
Stories.
You know, what's going on in my
Right.
perspective. And then hip hop just has grown.
Yeah.
Since
Which
then.
it should.
Right. So
Which it should we should be at the point where it's gotten to the point where people are trying new things.
yes.
You know, I mean, I mean, 50 years, that's a lot of change. We've gotten a lot in 50 years.
Yes.
50 years is not very long.
It's not long. So now that we're in 2024, and I think Malik is right for calling it out.
Yeah.
I think, yes, people are scared to put names on things, and like people don't want to do that. They don't want to mess up the equilibrium and all that and offend people and all of that. But to Malik's point, that is hip hop also.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And so I respect that highly, and that sold out crowd, I think, respects that perspective as well.
Yeah.
So now that we're in this situation, I feel like we have to ask ourselves the next question, which is, who is deciding who is the best? Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
And having that whole conversation. So I know one of the things was the Cleveland Scene magazine, hip hop.
Yep.
And so
that was the foundation behind the
Right.
first volume 1 for sure.
Right. So I'm curious to know, and I definitely want to have more conversations with Malik. You know, this is going to be a running thing.
Oh yeah.
But I guess my question is, why is the scene important?
You mean the scene
as far
as
as
in
like
the
being
physical scene magazine? Or?
Yes, like why is it important to be on that list? Since you know you have like the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, you have Cleveland Scene, you have other people that make lists in the city. I guess my question is the scene the place where we should look?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's a yes or a no to that question. I think the scene is definitely something that people hold in Cleveland of like what's valuable and well known. And like if you look at it from a tourist aspect, and you were coming into Cleveland, because it's hip hop is way down the list. It took me pages to scroll to even get to the hip hop list. You got to get through the food and
it is in the arts and entertainment section.
It is, but there's so many things that they put out in Cleveland that is a overall, I think, good list. Like I went and found, I was looking for the best tie in Cleveland, and I was like, let me go check out the Cleveland scene. The first one was closed down from COVID. Went to the second one on that list. Absolute fire.
Yeah.
So they ain't lying in that aspect.
Yeah.
And they are tapped into at least some, things, even the music scene of artists that are out here, But should that be the end all be all, in terms of how serious we hold it with hip hop, with something like that, like a list in this culture? Yeah, nah.
I agree with that as a no.
No. But I think it still is good for the city to still have hip hop be a part of the everyday, because after 50 years, we are for the masses. We're not some in the basement, we're not some, just little play. Like we hip hop records have changed the world and have changed people's lives.
Yes.
So we need to be a part of the everyday thing as well.
Yes.
But still, whatever list is out there still needs to be real.
Yeah. So, like I said to you earlier, looking at the list, hip hop wasn't included on the scenes list until 2016.
2016.
So it is kind of a new thing that they're opening up, but then also take into account that these are people voting.
Right.
So it's not. Looking at their website from before, it looks like they may have chosen in a room, who won this category. But even with my experience and being on the list and winning on the list, literally the people are deciding.
Yeah.
2020, Fresh Produce said absolutely nothing, like nothing. We didn't do any shows, nothing happened, and we got it. So it's really, then I take that into account. Cleveland scene has a certain demographic.
True.
Cleveland scene is a news outlet.
True.
I have several articles on that news outlet. So obviously it's recognition. It's
Oh yeah.
I know that Fresh Produce is the shit, period.
Oh yeah.
But I know that people are familiar with me because I've been in this magazine constantly within those years.
Yes.
So I do take that into account. Now, do I think that the list reflects hip hop culture? No. I think it reflects Cleveland culture for a certain demographic.
Right. Yep.
Do I think the demographic? I think there's like 250,000 readers literally on that list. So it's not like it's not play, and they
the people are aware of the list.
And then they got them. Cleveland Magazine just bought Cleveland Scene.
Gotcha.
So now there should be a conversation of like, okay, how are you guys going to document Cleveland art culture? How in depth are you going to get? There's a DJ that's been on the Cleveland Scenes list for forever. He makes no hip hop. He plays it.
But
as a DJ.
It should be
That
moved past even just hip hop. Like we gotta go because maybe the other categories of the mainstream Cleveland they don't care. But when it comes to like the arts and people who are the underlying, there is always gonna be this underlying competition, because it is like a sport. Like okay, so these lists have to be vetted by somebody.
And that's why I think Rap Champ is perfect because it's an institution. StreamSpace is the institution that is facilitating the people deciding in this culture what it is. Yeah. I looking at the list, there are some questionable people for me. Like 100%, why are you on this list? Like the DJ that DJs hip hop music. Yeah. He's on this list. So it's like, is Cleveland Scene clicking on Colby?
Colby Colgate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he's just a DJ and not like making music and making hip hop music originally, then he should not be on that list. And that slot should be opened up. But I don't know if someone from Cleveland Scene is in tune enough to know like, hey, this is not the right placement. Right. Is this person using bots to get on this list? You feel what I'm saying?
We don't know because those are all real scenarios. Yeah. But what we also know is there are real hip hop artists that are grinding in the city that's been doing a lot of shows, a lot of networking, a lot of moving and grooving, putting out records, features.
That will never get on that list.
That will never get on that list. But then that goes back to, what validates, even just success. But I think in the music aspect especially a rapper, like the milestones are few early on. Like you want something along the way, right? If you're just like in a job and you're working towards the top, you get, employee of the month, you get a raise here, you get this, you may have got a newer office, you got the in the company now, maybe you got a Rolex or a car, and now you got the deal and you got the house, but I feel like in hip hop, like when artists are really working to try and make this be a living, early on the milestones are hard to see, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you need something even on this local level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to strive for something. So like I guess in Cleveland, in terms of like clearly it's not the Grammys, you know, it's not the BET Awards. Is it Scene Magazine? Is it Ohio Hip Hop Awards? Is it, you know, I don't know.
And that is the biggest question, because it's like, first of all, also Cleveland hip hop scene is very segmented.
Yeah.
It is not together. There's a lot of hip hop artists that I will never do shows with because they're in another scene.
Yeah.
Different venues, different promoters, different sounds of music, completely different circles. So there's not a singular respected space where everyone from these different scenes collects inside of, you know, because like East Cleveland is a scene by itself. Like they birth a lot of, you know, mainstream trap, you know, like party music.
Yep.
Then you got, you know, I feel like the scene I come from is like the super artsy suburban kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's like, it's different pockets. So first I feel like if we could all come, you know, you got the Ohio Hip Hop Award pocket. That's a whole scene and, you know, culture.
I told you, I went and looked at the list, and we've done over 200 shows on StreamSpace past 2 years, and there was more. There was plenty of people I didn't know. I'm like, who are all these people?
Yeah, and they done got awards
from Cleveland. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like, where are they at? Where are they even at?
So it's like, it's odd.
Yeah,
it's odd, and that when you say what's a benchmark for me coming up, because I started 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So like I was always looking for Ohio Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
I was trying to get on Cleveland scene and trying to figure out like, what do I need to do to make them see what I'm doing?
Right.
And they don't, because I'm not in that circle.
Not in that circle. Yeah.
So it's, you know, I've been to the Ohio Hip Hop Awards. I know people that run it. They know I rap. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's not, like, it's not, yeah. But I will never get on that list.
Yeah.
And I think for me, after doing it for so long, my benchmarks became the people that support me.
Got you.
So by the time I actually got on the list and won it, I already knew it. Because I see these people come to my shows, buy my T-shirts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't necessarily, personally, I didn't need the validation. But it, like when you said a benchmark, that put it in perspective for me. That was a benchmark to say, okay, look, I won this. Yeah. I can put this on marketing materials. And when I send my EPK out, I'm going to put that there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it does give you a little more oomph, because there's restaurants that literally print a plaque out that they won this year. Yeah. Yeah. So it does hold weight. But again, we got to question the institution. Yep. We got to talk about hip hop and how people have taken over hip hop that are not a part of the culture. Right. You know, so we can't. I don't want to say we can't, but I would like to not allow an institution that's not a part of the culture dictate the culture. So that's how I feel about that list.
And that being said, in terms of what Rap Champs has become, you know, moving forward into the new battles that are coming up, there is a lot of good talent, you know, in terms of music and performance and entertainment. So I'm excited to see, you know, some more matchups in the city of artists that people know, and possibly, like you said, creating some type of thing that can validate, you know, an artist. You know, if you're in this competition, you know, it does hold weight. You know, it may even open a door. You know, who knows? It can lead to some type of collaboration where it can open a door for maybe a record deal or meeting with a executive, or you know, who knows how it can grow, you know, for the city. But I think we do need that, you know, in Cleveland, especially. My whole thing always underlining is we don't have a lot of labels running around. So we got to create our own noise, and the rap champs is just another thing in Cleveland of us creating our own noise.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's just a lot of artists that I feel like just bubbling in here. We just bubbling, dope artists, fire music, ready to just be like pop out. You know, like, and you see it. You see it. Obviously, the winner was unanimous, but the winner had more passion, had more drive, had more, had the better artistry. You know,
but they can perform.
Yeah,
you know, and it's. But there are a lot of musicians that, or music that from hip hop artists that I like. Their music is not for the show.
It's not. Yeah, and I've learned that from the beat battle world. You know, there's a lot of producers that have amazing beats, but that when you go to a beat battle,
for this environment.
You better not play no slowness. You better not play no none of that. You better come hard beat every time, or you're gonna lose.
And I guess that brings me to like another comment and another thought process is a lot of the newer rappers, musicians, they don't care about the list because they know somebody, they can have Korea on lock.
Yeah,
they don't care about this.
True. So do you keep it more, you know, do you keep it more like, okay, this is for the spitters, you know, you don't even try to dabble into the other subgenres?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might get some screamo rap in here that might kill that cool 90s hip-hop vibe.
Where I'm at with it, though, is let the people decide. And, you know, I asked that question, you know, we were wondering, but I could show you messages of multiple Cleveland artists that are like, yo, I want to battle from all different styles of hip-hop. So, to me, my answers are always in the people. The people would tell you.
Yeah. No, I want to see it.
I mean, you know, so
I don't plan on participating. I plan on paying my money at the door.
And come see it.
And coming and screaming and being a fan. Because that's also something else we need.
Yeah.
Is not to always be put on, but to support the cultural happenings because we need it to be sold out every single time.
Yeah.
We need that.
But that helps hip-hop move forward, you know. I think it got stale. There was a certain, even in Cleveland, I just felt like every hip-hop show was the same.
Yes.
It was a million artists on there.
Yes.
There was no just, like, curation behind the experience. It was just like, here go a microphone and some beats.
Yes.
And that's what it felt like, you know. But, like, this show that we just had, it didn't feel like that, you know. You had the DJ. You had, you know, a dope opener, shout out Name J, you know. And then you had hip-hop.
She's fired, by the way.
No, she's fired.
Man,
she's fired.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
like that makes me excited.
People want to see her battle. They keep throwing her name around. They gonna have some problems.
Somebody gonna have a problem.
Yeah. She knows how to control a crowd, though. What I've noticed about her, and you know, she's definitely family with StreamSpace. She's done a few things, but you know, with us over the past year or so. But in the ability to control the crowd. She gets up there. As soon as she's up there and she has that mic in her hand, everybody's focused.
No, she turns on.
She turns up. You know, she's fire. I've seen her on plenty different stages. You know, like this past weekend, a big stage, small stage. But, you know, Malik, same way. You know, big stage, small stage. Yeah. You know, but like I said, moving forward, you know, there was even a spot when Freshie was performing, you know, music system, the whole electricity went out.
Yes.
And what he do?
Didn't stop.
And he didn't stop.
But see, that goes to I've done this. I've been doing this.
Yes.
I know show business. So then you get into, okay, forget about hip hop list. Do you know show business?
Yeah.
Do you know how to perform?
Yeah.
You know, whether you think, you know, the traditional hip hop, I'm better than you, matters or not. You still have to come to a show and perform.
Well, they don't value MC. We say rapper. MC is what we're, you know, I think that kind of embodies what we're looking at. Yes. MC is like you have bars, but you also have stage presence and you can control the crowd. Yes. But you also, even breathing, you know, like you as a real musician, you're a singer, you know. Breath control, you know. I mean, just like everything, the call and response things.
Not rapping over your tracks because it's masking shit.
Let's stop right here because this is a very important topic. The rapping over the beat has to stop.
Trash.
It has to stop. Sam.
I'm sorry. I know y'all get it. Ask your engineer to give you act okay. So.
I say keep the hook, first of all. Keep the hook on there. Keep the hook, right?
I keep my hooks because I need to take a breath and I do not have a hype man.
I mean, I am a human up here, okay? I mean,
but it again showmanship. I know people are paying to watch me perform.
Right.
So I practice and have rehearsal, even if it's just myself, because I'm trying to give a show.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up doing ballet, tap, a little bit of theater.
You do some dancing?
A little bit.
Okay.
You know, that's why I dance on these hoes. But
that's right.
Plug.
That's right. That was good. That was nice. Y'all gonna catch that.
But just understanding that there's a whole thing going on stage. How you hold your mic?
Yeah.
People go like this and they wonder why nobody can hear them. You know, like literally.
Right. No, for sure.
Those are real things. So again, people that have not been on stage, have not performed for money, have not cultivated an audience and crowd that comes to see you, you know, and not just because they just fuck with you. No, like there's people that show up that don't know me personally. They just know my music. Right. So there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Between what type of support you get. I've been told, hey, you're good, but like your breath is terrible. I've been told, hey, you all right, but like you running around too much. Yeah. Are you cool, but like you know what I'm saying?
Was that coming from just like just regular viewers, or were that coming from people that kind of were in music as well? And
people that did music and people that like, I seen you before, but you was weak.
They said you was weak?
I called off. No. Somebody looked me in my face and said, I called off work for this. And you didn't show up. I wanted to hear this song. You ain't play it. And you ain't show up. Yeah. So I had to look at myself and say, "What am I doing this for my ego, just to have a microphone and hear my voice loud? Yeah. Or do I want to serve my community like the original MC?" True. So, you know, I think all of those things come into play for some people, because sometimes people's egos get too caught up in music because everybody is looking at you and you are the star. Yep. But they can't take constructive criticism. True. They can't take that they're not that good. They can't take that just because what you and your friends made in the basement, it felt good to y'all, don't mean the world gonna fuck with it.
That's true.
And I'm sorry, but some people need to sit down. Yeah. I've had somebody tell me after a show, I'm going to stop rapping because I'm playing and you not.
They see you up there and they say, you know what?
No, and it was so sincere and it was so real because some people are playing, and that's what we saw at the first rap champ.
Yeah. I mean, but then it goes to just, you know, it's 2024. We can go to the store right now. You know, we can Walmart, go get a laptop, go to Micro Center, get a little USB microphone and be rapping. You know, so like, where's the line drawn in hip hop from, you know, hobby, where it's a hobby for somebody, but they still in the mix. They on all the shows. They still out here in the way, but it's a hobby, and they know it's a hobby. We may not, you know. But then the person that is taking it serious is in the very same show. You really can't tell them apart.
You can't tell the difference.
Like what do we do with that?
I have an LLC. Yeah. That is a label. I have a publishing company. I register all my music. I copyright all my music. I think that's the first step from separating yourself from a hobbyist to, I want to take this professionally. Luckily, we are in 2024. We don't need labels anymore. Yeah. But we do need community. So it's like music can either be an emotional outlet or a career path. And yes, the lines get blurred when you're on stage. The regular individual can't tell if they're pressing play, if they're pressing play on somebody that's spent $3,000 to make this, because they have to register their music, they have to have a photo shoot, they have to pay the engineer, they have to pay for the beats, and they paid the horn players and the singers, like, right, you know, versus somebody that just samples some stuff. And you know, I
did that in my bedroom last night, actually.
It's different things going on. So I feel like you You can't tell the difference looking at them. But once you understand people's story, you listen to the music.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we, but then it's art.
That's what I was going to. Literally, I was just thinking that it's like you know, yeah.
Somebody could love your song and I can absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we tell the difference between them, but
I think it has to go to business.
Yeah,
because if you are really serious about this, then it has to go past the artistry, and you have to get on your business shit to, okay, why are you not on a tour? Why are you not on a festival? Why are you not,
not just that. Why is your songs not registered?
That is a huge part of it.
Why are you taking beats from YouTube and being upset when the producer says take it down?
That happens all the time, all over the world.
When you didn't get permission. Like how if somebody took some certain people that don't do that process and they like, oh, I don't need to do all that. But if somebody took your raps, even if they got 3 plays on it, you'd be mad as hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's just like people not understanding the value of music, what it means, even as artists. Like, so I think most artists, even where you're at right now, you can register your music and understand what that means. Like you said, the list stopped mattering when I got into the business. People are buying T-shirts. I don't care if I'm on the list. Right. I don't need the list for people to. I don't need the list to get a flight out and go perform somewhere, have a chauffeur. I don't have
Yeah.
So those are also like milestones that I had. Like, oh, somebody's fucking with me over here enough to fly me out.
Yeah. But you're also farther into that journey too, I think a lot of artists that are still trying to find their way, that not even a list, even going back to the competition, having some type of good competition to iron sharpens iron, is good. But like once you get on your level, your business got to be in order.
And it's something that I'm still learning and it's still evolving because the music industry is changing to the point where it's giving artists more control. So that's why you can have somebody, and I don't want to like call him out like negatively, but that's why you can have Marquise Storm doing what he's doing because he probably got his back end together.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's right.
He got it going.
That's when I personally look online and be like, oh man, how this person popping? Oh, I'm better than that. Oh, I look at they got their shit together. Okay, Sam, I'm gonna go over here, write me a little plan. And I don't get salty, I get better. And so that's more my personal concern. How do I own and control my music and my masters?
Right.
How do I get licensing? How do I exploit my music for my benefit? And it's not about if I'm better than anybody else. I think I'm over that personally.
Yeah.
It's more about how do I express myself better and reap the benefits because this is what I personally want to do for a living.
Yep.
So if I feel like if people have that desire, in 2024, the competition doesn't matter. It's like it is a steel, sharp and steel thing, but overall, mainstream, overarching, hip hop is a place where you can be yourself and the people can gravitate to you.
Right.
Whether it's somebody like you or not.
That's right.
Which is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's not 10 slots for hip hop artists anymore. Hip hop is the dominant.
Yeah.
So you can literally be anything.
Everybody can play. Everybody's out here.
Which is beautiful.
Hey, I'm here for it. That's what I liked even so much about the first round is like all the crazy diss tracks that came. We got like 3 or 4 new records just out of that,
Just out of the creativity of the culture and the push it. And I hope those songs are registered.
I hope so.
Because, this rap champ thing, it looks like it's going to stay.
Yeah.
Malik, thank you for pushing this forward.
Yeah.
I hope you become victorious, but I hope some people get in your ass because that's what this is about.
Hey, Cleveland got some artists.
Yeah.
I ain't never going. Malik is my dog, and he is he's a hard act to to go against, you know,
yeah,
and if it
100%.
was like a battle, which it is. But there's some fire performers out here, MCs that have good music. Like I said, the overall thing for me and for StreamSpace is to promote just that, you know, good music, the best artists, you know, artists that really are taking day in and day out to perfect their craft, you know, which I've seen that, you know, from him and other artists, like I say, even Ardazar, for an example, moving forward. Like Ardazar is another artist that regardless of the battle, like he has been in Cleveland for a while, pushing, grinding, you know, year after year, putting out records, networking, you know, so those artists are the ones that should get the limelight, you know. Like I said, going against the Scene magazine, whatever they do over there, that's great.
Exactly.
But for what we do, even if it is from a battle, we still want to promote, you know, the best talent, you know, because people out here working, man.
Oh yeah, no, like it's overwhelming. Sometimes I just want to, like, with me, like trying to find people for my event, great people make great music. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it being a problem for me to like other Cleveland musicians. Obviously, you know, every time I press play with somebody from Cleveland, I'm like, am I better? It's just what it is.
Yeah.
But I just be like, you know what? This shit is raw.
If it's dope, it's dope.
It's
dope. I mean,
it's so much shit out here. It's like, so that's why something like this is important. Like you said, for example, Ardazar. If you're in Cleveland hip hop, you know he exists because he's been out so long, putting music out consistently for so long. So like, yes, but I feel like Cleveland scene's audience are not hip to him in a way where it'll put him on the list. So, and I feel like this matchup is actually more equal as well.
I agree.
So I'm excited for this next Rap Champs because of that. And I think it'll be, I'm not gonna say a more authentic experience, but as far as like judging the talent in person, I think it's gonna be a harder decision.
It's gonna be definitely more difficult. I don't think there will ever be a Rap Champs like the first one though.
No.
That first one was crazy.
It was wild.
When I looked up and I seen Malik doing push-ups, I said, "Oh, I said, we here."
I walked in.
Tell me.
I walked in. The face Marcus Storm had. I dapped up, like, his whole team said hello. I was like, I'm so glad y'all doing this. I just saw everybody there. Everybody that does hip-hop. I mean, like, on a high level, like, not.
They was in the house.
They was there, and it was just beautiful to see. I went home all happy and shit. My brother was like, "What?" I'm like, "Man, it's lit."
Because it's like we've all seen like 8 Mile and these, you know, hip hop kind of movies, and even like the hip hop dance movies where it's just those scenes where it's like it's going down and people all around is real close and
lived
people
my
was almost
dreams.
you know, and that was like, okay, yeah, we got that fire in Cleveland right here, like the people are here for it, you know. So when people say, we coming back too soon or we should wait, I'm like, nah, bro, ain't nothing like this.
No, momentum.
That's what I'm saying. We going full throttle. We here with it.
So now let's talk about this bracket.
So before not to cut you off on the bracket, the bracket moving forward might be somewhat of a figment of people's imagination.
Okay.
The bracket seems like a great idea, but I think because this is coming out from just today.
Okay.
You know, this is an insider.
Okay, perfect.
We hear. It's hard to do the bracket right now. You know, in order to just not water it down and to make sure it stays authentic. You know.
Yeah.
Those spots, you know, I mean, we already did 2, you know, we would need 6, you know, there's a lot of dope artists, you know, but to say, you know, the best in Cleveland type of deal, you know, that is really hard to do right now until we can find a good way to, I think, structure it from a beginning, a solid beginning.
Yeah. I think that no, I don't think you can say whoever wins this is the best rapper in Cleveland just because the conversation that we were having, like how many different perspectives and genres and styles of hip hop there is. But yeah, there definitely needs to. I not even needs to. I think the community is calling for something to decide what is hip hop culture for Cleveland.
I think more than a bracket, we're gonna keep doing these, these duels.
I like that
duels. And then out of the winnings from the next few duels, then like the bracket will kind of be there, but it won't be so structured like the picture of a bracket. And you see it like that. We'll keep doing the duels and keeping that fresh. And then probably spring will come with the the heavy hitters that everybody wants to see to really kind of go for a prize.
Yeah.
I think there's still going to be like a main championship because the word on the street is people want to see Malik with a little more competition.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess that's fair to say. I mean, that's fair to say, right? I mean,
yes. And anybody that says no is delusional. I'm so sorry. Like, if you talk about the boxing world, and I'm not calling him a bum, but when you fight a bum, nobody, like, you fought a bum.
Yeah.
Malik needs somebody that you gonna be like, I don't know, Malik. Like, he really needs to, for me, as a Malik X fan that's been following him for forever.
Yeah.
He needs to, with all the bravado and the confidence, he needs to go up against somebody that would be a challenge.
I mean, if we gonna name drop him, we might as well name drop Cleveland, because we have these conversations.
Yeah.
Q Money ain't been around for a long time. In terms of
isn't he?
No, I know where he is or what he got. I'm just saying the last hip hop artist that was kind of moving on up was when and how long was that with him? What was that like?
I mean, but you got Doughboy.
Okay. Now, Doughboy has been making some serious moves in the past couple years. I will say that.
But that's that East Cleveland. That's that East Cleveland scene.
Okay, so Doughboy. So now that being said,
the East Cleveland scene has always been mainstream.
That's true, though.
Al Fats.
That's true.
Ray Jr.
That's true.
Like when you talk about like who's made an impact in the city, East Cleveland.
You right about that. I mean, even just the artists that you all just named.
We was all saying I done came down.
Where's Chip from?
I want to say you from East Cleveland, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Sure ain't West Side.
No. He might be East Side. We might have to.
We gotta do some research.
Yeah, we gotta double check.
Let me find out it's East.
I don't know exactly where, but he might be. Because I feel like that's, for me,
let's get Doughboy
now we
rap
getting.
Champs. Come on, Doughboy.
Because like the Kid Cudi and Chip the Ripper connection, I feel like was the strongest, like the suburban rap kids and like the quote unquote like hood rap kids.
Right.
I feel like that connection right there shows like there could be unity in these different like styles and people. But that scene over there is commercially successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's like we all need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw was that on the radio or that was with the green in the back? I'm terrible. I'm old.
Oh, you talking about that platform with
yeah. They just interviewed a Cleveland rapper from there and they're talking about all these people from like down the way that's popping. I don't know nothing about them, but they're like 10, 15 years younger than me.
True.
So that's something else that's going on that I'm not even.
Oh, the whole generation below us is coming crazy.
They're coming wild.
Yes.
And they're creating a whole other situation. So even generationally, it's.
I mean, that being said, even
wild.
This whole rap battle is in a whole generation of its own. I mean, until we kind of lock in, I guess, with I don't even know if the younger generation even cares about the battle like that. Like our generation comes from the old heads.
We was in the 90s.
That's that whole hip hop culture, of
we
that style.
were children in the prime.
Hey, we gonna still do it for the people because the people's still there. Hey,
they want to see this. I want to see this.
But who back to the point
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
Who we got for a good champion?
Let's bring up the rap scene,
Oh, we got
Cleveland scene, since that's
Cleveland
the
scene?
basis.
Yeah.
All right, so what I did was I pulled up the last when Cleveland hip hop scene or Cleveland scene started covering hip hop was in 2016.
Okay.
So 2016, obviously MGK won. 2017, MGK won.
2 years in a row.
2019, MGK won.
3 years.
So
in a row.
you know, whatever. So then,
Shout out MGK though.
yeah. So, but that again, that's mainstream.
True.
We're not talking about milestones for locals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the next 2019, that is when it seems like the locals were considered.
Yeah.
So you have someone named Primal Rage. Malik X shows up there.
This is the 4th year.
This is 2019.
Okay.
This is the list. So I'm going from 5th place on up.
Mm-hmm.
So Primal Rage, Malik X, Old School, Toby. That might be Toby Raps because it just says Toby.
Gotta
so
be
I don't
Toby.
know if it's
probably
Toby Raps.
It's probably Toby.
And then Fresh Produce.
Nice. Out here.
So that was 2019. So that was the first year MGK wasn't considered.
Okay.
So that just shows you like
Now, was there still lists with MGK or
no.
It was
As
just
you can
him.
see, it's just him.
Just him. So they were just giving names.
They-
They one artist.
One artist. So 2019 is when it actually switched over to being a local focus, and I know I won, so but anyway, I have to give Cleveland Scene some props for that.
Yeah.
Because somebody said, hey, this is unfair.
Yeah.
And so let's take MGK off. So then 2020, we're going back. I feel like this list was very representative of what like high quality hip hop.
Okay.
So you got Muamin Collective.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like my brothers. So I'm biased, but they have created a lot of opportunity for hip hop artists.
Okay.
In a generation above us.
Yeah.
So they've cultivated a lot. Then you have Red Rose Panic.
Those my guys.
Dope. Oh my god.
They're my guys.
Oh my god. Like band.
No. Yeah. Hip hop like fusion. Yeah.
We're not even gonna go there.
No, they're my
they
guys.
are fire. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet because I had a side comment because Malik was talking about bring a live band.
Yeah.
He don't want to go against. I don't know if he would want to go against Red Rose Panic.
No.
No.
I mean,
I don't
shout
know.
out to Alan as a rapper. Alan is a fire rapper and a performer. I mean, that's like you want somebody who knows how to rock a crowd.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So that if we just going off the names on this list,
Yeah.
Jewel Big Green
He's out here.
puts on a phenomenal show.
Yep.
Multi-talented.
Yep.
Coley Colgate.
So he was on there once before then.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Fresh Produce one.
Okay.
So, okay, twice in a row. So then we go to 2021. Jeremy Salam, not familiar.
Not familiar.
Then we got Muamin Collective shows up again. Malik X shows up again.
Okay.
2021. So that's the second time Malik has showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Young Cap,
Never even heard
Not
of Young
familiar.
Cat. Not once.
Coley Colgate
Interesting.
again. I believe again he's a DJ. So
Mm-hmm.
and then
But
Mellow Man.
there's
Funk.
a DJ category.
Exactly.
You got to rap too, right? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. You got to produce original hip hop music. And then the winner of 2021 is Mellow Man Funk.
shout out. Okay.
Definitely
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Definitely. Then we got 2022,
Mm-hmm.
Young Spitta, not familiar. Free Black, I'm familiar with them.
Okay. That's a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coley Colgate, again.
Mm-hmm.
Yaya, I'm not familiar with.
I'm familiar with Yaya.
Okay. And then
I
Mellow
didn't know
Man
he.
Funk.
I didn't know he made that on there. Okay.
Yeah, then Mellow Man Funk won again.
2 years in a
2
row.
years in a row.
All right.
We got this concurrent winnership
Yeah.
going on.
I see when people hit, they hit for a
They
couple years.
They hit hard.
Yeah.
And then the last 2023, Marquise Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So that I guess sparked some of the
because
situation.
there was a 5, which I guess was like the initial list, and then the finalists was just the top 3. And I think from looking, this is the first year it was 3, right?
Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 previous. So then you got Colgate again, and then you got Toby Raps as the winner.
Yep.
So just going through, it's just like some people are familiar, some people are not. Some people show up multiple times, some people don't.
Yeah.
So it's when you say names of who could go against Malik that are on that actual list.
I mean, most of them names, none of them.
None of them.
I mean, maybe like Mello, you know,
Yeah.
but that's. I mean, I think Toby is my guy, and I know him longer than I've known Malik. I think if it was like that's hard though, because like Toby really does know how to rock a crowd. There's two different styles.
Yeah.
It's two different styles of rap now, but Toby can rap.
Yeah.
Now, his live sound and like his music and his lane and what works for him and what he makes is, I'm not going to say like it's not Malik hip hop, clearly.
No.
You know, but it is successful. But I've also seen Toby, like, if you just sit and just like put on a beat, like Toby can't rap. He's also grinding in the city, and I think that probably plays a part of the winners. Like Toby has been out here; he's on festivals.
His marketing is great.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and he's marketing to a certain demographic.
Toby Raps is exactly. He is a machine, though.
Yeah.
You know, so even this whole process, we ain't never say nothing about Toby because that's valid. You know, I think, and what I felt about all those other years, I thought the winners were always valid.
Yeah.
It's the 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is always
That's
just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck is this?
I agree.
You know, so I don't know. I don't know.
It's very interesting, and that again, the theme, like, there's different rap now.
Yes.
Everybody is not like.
Yeah.
At a certain point in the 90s, when there were only this many rappers or this much opportunity for rap, everybody rapped the same or similar until everybody got tired of it. Then the whole genre changed. Like, now everybody's just comfortable being themselves and doing themselves. So it's like Toby, for me, is an example, is even stronger of an example of that than Marquise. Is that he does not have to compete.
Toby's not competing with anybody. He has a lane that has been carved for years now.
And I think, I know we're talking about Malik a lot because he done pushed this forward, but I don't know if he's gotten there yet.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of things that adds to that. You know, that's the traveling, like the thing that I would probably say that goes the farthest for Toby, and what I suggest to a lot of new artists is the sooner that you can travel and you can get on the road was really going to open you up. And Toby has been on the road countless times out of Ohio
to get himself prepared.
His brand has reached other states. You know that Malik and the majority of Cleveland artists, and probably, like I said, there's probably that same scenario going on in a lot of states. You know, but there is another level past, like I said, these lists or even just music in general. You know, if you are really trying to go to the next level as an artist in music, like, you got to get out. Right. It's not going to come off your one city.
I agree. But then I also have to say that I think Malik is there. Yeah. He just has to know it. Yeah. Me coming to that show, that was it. Yeah. That's his people. Yeah. I'm a Malik X fan. I'm sorry I came there for him. Yeah. But what he has to do is learn how to cultivate his audience, how to engage with his people to get them to push him forward. Right. When you talk about, like, engaging with your community, right, Toby Raps knows how to engage with his community in order for them to push him forward. Yeah. So,
or look at Currency.
Doing his thing,
is very
nobody
good at tapping in with his community that push him forward. Or like a Tech 9. He been independent his whole life.
So many people that are more successful because they're not on the list. Right. And so if it's validation that people need for the list, fine. But I hope Malik understands that was sold out because of him.
Right.
And if he can't see that, no list will make that clearer.
Yeah.
If he don't realize that he won because people bought tickets, because he's great at promoting himself, great at telling a story.
Right.
He's great at a lot of other things that he could focus on, and the list won't matter, and then he'll just be there.
I told both of them the same thing. This battle really don't matter.
It don't.
You got a bunch of eyes on you right now, so you better up your engagement right now. You know, while these eyes are on you, you know, drop as many tracks. I better see some merch coming. You better be promoting your other shows, because there's exposure right now, you know, because of this, you know. So I'm saying I told the same thing to the next two, you know, like there's exposure on this, so this is a perfect time to drop stuff while you got extra eyes on you. You know?
It's very important for the culture as far as like me as a fan. Not that I pretend like I don't even rap. Like I just want to see
fire rap too.
You know, I just want to see this. You know what I'm saying? But also, I want to see. I don't want to see people get caught up in their egos.
Right.
I don't want to see people getting caught up in, oh, I'm better than you. You gotta realize, like, realizing that this steel sharpened steel needs to happen, but that who are you?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what the 2024 rapper demands. The 2024 music listener demands. Who are you? I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
Not, you know, there's a whole battle rap culture.
Well, yeah. This is more,
you know what I'm saying? If you want to get into who's the best bar for bar, you literally can go to there's several battle rap.
That's a
so
whole world
if
of
you
its
want to
own.
go there, you can. There's a lane for you. But understanding who you are as an artist, not just in competition, but who you are as an artist, and being able to connect with your community of people to get them to move forward for you.
Yeah.
And that's everybody's goal. I have to, you know, now that I'm doing Sam Supreme and the solo work, I got to start over.
Yeah.
I got to start over. So I got to go shake hands and kiss babies so that I can get my community to activate for me.
Yeah.
I can't live on my past. That's a part of hip hop. I can't live on what I did before. I got to show up today. And so I know that. And so I think it's more about knowing yourself, knowing the community, and engaging and getting them to get you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And delivering for them, because if you're trash, people aren't going to move for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot in being an artist these days in 2024, and you trying to be, you know, successful. It's a lot. It's a lot of angles that you got to learn. There's a lot of things that the day comes where it's past the music. You know, there's that day comes, and it has nothing to do with the art itself. You got to learn all the other things around it to be successful. You know, and I think we wouldn't be sitting right here having this conversation even about, you know, rap champs or about hip hop if we didn't want to see these artists in our city that are working hard be successful.
I want everyone to win.
Yeah.
But also I understand this is a game, and it can be played in a million different ways, and the rules can be broken. But I just feel like this is a very important moment in Cleveland hip hop culture. It is a very important moment for Cleveland hip hop community. And I hope what comes out of this is more collaboration.
Yeah.
If anybody want to holler at me about song registration, we can talk about that all day.
Yeah, talk about it.
Because I need to learn more, you know, myself. Just as far as like empowerment with your music and what all that means, and the ownership and the opportunities that are available when you take that next step with your artistry, outside of just performing and recording.
Yeah.
There's more to it. So that's not for today. But that is something that I feel like is the next level.
Yeah.
Is I know in Cleveland we don't have industry here.
Nope.
But you got a lot coming through with the Cleveland music census about the business in Cleveland, what that looks like, what we want it to look like. So there's a lot of things coming out for music industry culture as well right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like us uplifting hip hop, hopefully that puts us in the foreground in conversation, and we can benefit off of the industry that is trying to be created here right now, because it's happening.
No,
on
it's definitely
all
happening.
levels.
It's getting shooken up right now.
And if you don't have your songs registered, I don't know how you gonna economically
the
benefit.
register police.
Oh no, like
she ain't
for real.
playing. If
like,
y'all artists don't got y'all business, don't come talk to Sam.
I mean, but come talk to me. Come talk to me.
You better not come back to her after that first conversation and don't have your shit together.
Or at least looked at something to have a conversation, because it's a lot. But I think that all of this, the culture of it and the business of it, has to be merged.
Yeah.
In this time, like we making them pay for the publishing from before, like Jay-Z said. You know what I'm saying? But what does that mean?
Right.
We just say it.
It sounds good.
It sounds great.
Sounds great.
But we don't know what that means. So just getting deeper into that, getting deeper into ourselves and in the culture that we have amongst each other. I think this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I hope Marquise Storm comes to all of the rap champs.
Oh, no.
And participates.
Just because he, it wasn't a win for him, he is still a part of the StreamSpace family, and he was in volume 1.
Okay, yes.
You feel me? He just couldn't get the fist raised. That's all. We still a winner. You still a fighter.
Yes.
I do want to, before we get out of here, a quick shout out to my man Honesty Blade. Because that night would not have been what it was if it wasn't for him adding his MC expertise. Because he's a fire MC himself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar.
I'm familiar. No, I'm familiar.
That boy got bars.
I'm familiar.
He came down in his very basement. We had the cypher. I told him that he came here, got the rapping. Everybody stopped. I said, I said people was putting their blunts out. They put the cup down. They said, hold on. Because he got bars.
Yeah.
But in terms of him being able to rock the crowd and him emceeing that night and kind of facilitating, he's going to be in that position moving forward for the foreseeable future.
And I think that's good.
I think he holds that position very well, and that's a skill, and he, like I said, he is an MC, so he does have those characteristics already. But still, even in that aspect, is that, he removed himself totally from hip hop. He wasn't up there trying to rap like, I got bars too, yo. Like, nah, he so.
It's for the culture of the shit.
It just was fiery, everybody was just, I'm excited for the future. Because, Cleveland's ready. Cleveland got some, I'm telling you, my inbox has been popping right now. People trying to get down.
I'm sure. And just thank you for creating not just StreamSpace as a platform in a time where we had to think about something different. Thanks for taking the time, effort, energy, because doing something like this is not an easy task. Organizing is not an easy task. Thank you for doing this for the moment and the culture, and being active and activated and really moving once the people ask you to. So some people don't do that, and you're amazing for doing that. So I just had to say
that. I appreciate you. Myself and DJ Just Will as well. Me and him both. We sit and talk, and at the end of the conversation, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, it always ends up with the people and the artist as the focus.
And it reflects, and that's why everybody's hitting you up, because they know you.
I love it though. I'm gonna be excited because I'll just be blown away when I find another artist and they down here and I look up like, hold on, it's actually like, where you been at? And it just happens night after night, week after week, more artists, more genres, all from Cleveland. I'm just like, yo, Cleveland is fire, bro. We're gonna get our break. We're gonna get our break soon. I just tell to just keep working.
I feel like working. Yes, we all have to work individually, but we have to come together as a community. I have to come to shows and not be a rapper. You feel what I'm saying? I have to support the culture happening. Other people's events have to be successful.
True.
How can I help outside of just performing? With the Ken event. Okay, I'm designing posters to make this a better event because we just it just has
Even
to
me
happen.
pulling up with the camera and
doing the
I didn't play no drums. I didn't do nothing I normally do at events.
Right.
But the fact that was the role I was playing. Now that's footage that can help
promote.
You know,
people,
so like you said, that
yeah.
just comes from people just being out, being involved.
And that's culture, and that's when people are like, how is Atlanta? That's what they did.
They all outside.
They outside collaborating with people,
yep.
competing and collaborating.
Yep.
That's just
yep.
what it is.
But they got all that. They got the battles, the beat battles, the conferences, the this and the that, you know, and you know, we just got to build that.
And we got to participate and not look for something from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, participate just for the culture and the upliftment of other artists. Like,
are y'all doing y'all festival again this year?
The Fresh Fest, yeah. So that usually happens every second Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Usually they make the announcement in like May.
Okay. So it's a reoccurring event all summer long.
Yes, it's every the week after Labor Day.
Gotcha.
So I'm not a part of organizing it any longer.
Okay.
But you know, again, that is what hip hop is. That was what we wanted it to be. My role mostly was the first year festival and the youth programs where we were teaching kids how to take their feelings, art, and community and turn it into dollars, turn it into events like Fresh Fest.
Gotcha.
For their community. Because there wasn't a festival that uplifted Black culture, which is hip hop. That is Black American culture at its finest.
Yep.
And so we got the grant to cultivate the idea and teach the youth about the opportunity, and it developed into Fresh Fest.
Gotcha.
So once the first year we had Biz Markie, some of the kids performed, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm going away.
You said it's already a thing now.
But you know, my mom is actually Kim Foreman, who runs the whole festival.
Okay,
so
nice.
You know, obviously,
so it's still going.
I still have insider information.
That's right.
But as you know, something that I could contribute and not be a rapper. How can I contribute to my community and the culture? And for me, that was it.
Got you.
Just writing the youth programs and like trying to show up for them and show them something, you know, different than, you know, just we're making cool music. My kids got paid for their performances. They made T-shirts. We went over booking agreements and what did that mean? You know, so they could have that confidence and a little bit of knowledge, more than what I had. Yeah. For when they start, you know, making music in a professional way, hopefully. Or if they just use it as an outlet for their emotions. I had one girl, she wrote books. She's like, look how many books I got now. That's crazy. You know, just for an outlet. So hip hop is a beautiful culture. It's being cultivated here. Is being uplifted here with Fresh Fest, and it being a free festival. Yeah. To experience hip hop. And it's now, you know, you got food, you know, Black food. You got, you know, they're adding, you know, brown people food, you know, or you got Mexican food now. You know, it's becoming more diverse, but anchored in Black American hip hop culture.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Hey, shout out Cleveland. Shout out Cleveland.
We out here,
Hey,
man.
if y'all ain't been to Cleveland, because hopefully there's some people that, you know, may not be from Cleveland watching. But Cleveland is fire, man.
Man, y'all should come through.
I can't wait for the summer, man. I'm so tired of the cold. It wasn't too bad today. It was cool today, actually.
Yeah, it was. It warmed up.
I'm ready for this
it's
summer,
about to get warmer, though, I think.
I'm ready.
Heating up for this Rap Champs next week.
Man, this Rap Champs about to go nuts. I'm trying to tell you. Artazar, Freshie Ramon.
I'm gonna have to look into a little bit more of the drama of this,
this one, like I said, this one necessarily. I think moving forward, there'll never be drama like the first one. It just won't be. It just won't because of how it came, and it just won't be. But like moving forward, we're diving into the competition, the peer competition. Yeah, you know, that's what it's for. You know, people want to hold their own. If you want to get into this battle arena and you've been crafting these songs and you think you have what it takes to kind of go up against other people, that's what this is. There's nothing like it in the city. I think there's a good lane for it. There's more than enough artists. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We'll never run out of artists.
No, not at all.
And that's just Rap Champs, Like I said, we ain't going to give away all the jewels, but, we can do the band champs is where, we do the verses with the bands.
So it might be good because I know this has not, but like the Battle of the Bands, they're stopping that.
What, you mean that Tower City thing?
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me that.
They're stopping that. Like the School of Rock, like all that. So that was when I saw that, and you were saying like there's gonna be a Battle of the Bands. I wonder, are you gonna just do hip hop bands, or is it gonna be
no? This wouldn't be a
band
hip hop bands at all. My mindset on that was whole different, like rock band. Oh, because Cleveland has an amazing rock scene. Cleveland's rock scene
stronger than hip hop.
Cleveland's rock scene is crazy. Like, don't get it twisted. Like
the heavy metal scene.
No,
as well.
Cleveland's rock alternative. Like Ohio has some music, So I don't think we've seen the beginning of just the versus, theme entertainment with this. Clearly the verses that happened during COVID was a good idea.
Yeah.
They may do something, but in terms of just pure competition, I think, rap is going to be amazing. I think the bands could be amazing. I think there's some other genres that would allow that I think could be dope. So, moving forward, I don't think it'll stay with hip hop. I think we could probably run that a few times and maybe have it get to a place where that's like once a year, really high esteem, maybe get big sponsors, have it really make sense for the city.
Yeah.
But in terms of the style of the competitions, I think it could be a lot. It could get crazy, But I think friendly competition is always dope.
No, it is.
Hey, I'm here for it.
No, it is. It is.
We have
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm thinking about the future.
No, the future is
That's
very
why I
bright.
have these glasses on.
I need to give me some glasses. My eyes just be exposed all the time on camera.
No, the future's bright.
No, the future's bright. It's a great time to be alive. 2024. I've been excited about this year since January 1st, and we're here. It's moving. It's still early. Shout out Coda too for the spot that we've been having the battles at here. As we get started with this. We got a lot of other things coming, man, at least on the StreamSpace side. We got a bunch of shows rounding up. I'm pretty much booked up for February. We are ready all the way in March. So, the people are ready. The people are ready. They hot, they ready to they pop off, on live. So, man, I'm just ready for the summer. There's some other things that we got coming, some other ideas. Other than that, hey, This is what we do. Sometimes you just gotta stop and talk about it. We gotta have more conversations like this too.
We do. We need to have like a round table, like
specific topics that need to just be
talked about.
Just talked about.
All right, well, when you ready to talk about song registration.
She said this conversation is about ASCAP and BMI.
No, but I definitely want to have more of those conversations and bring in more people from like the industry to talk about that.
That are really like knowledgeable about those things.
I'm reading I'm on YouTube. I literally call ASCAP, be like, tell me what y'all do. Like literally I will call them. I call the MLC and say, excuse me, tell me what y'all do for me. Yeah. And they, like I'm really trying to figure this out, but I don't have any mentors. There's nobody, that's really without you having to pay them thousands of dollars.
And if you saying you don't have no mentors and you've been out here and you know some people, what you think of the upcoming artists that's starting out? What you think they know?
We need to start talking.
They don't know anything at all. They don't even know that they don't even know to be looking in this area. They don't even know to be even over there.
That is over there. Yeah. So it's something that has to be deconstructed, and I think more artist ownership will change a lot of conversations as well. Once you realize that music is intellectual property and is protected by the United States government and governments around the world that have a treaty with the United States to protect your music.
It's important.
It's very important.
Y'all here just making music, it could be for a hobby, but it's still something that you own.
There is a treaty between countries in the world to protect your music. As long as you submit it to the United States Copyright Office and say, I made this, and it is all mine.
Yeah. And then you protect it. Come on, y'all.
And that's it.
Get your music lined up.
It is intellectual property that can be created indefinitely until you die.
That's right. You spend all that time and effort. Go ahead and cover it. I feel like I'm selling insurance now.
And after you die, it is protected for 70 years. So you're making money for 2 generations.
Come on now. You got kids and grandkids.
You better lock your shit down.
Yeah. It may not be it may not be a lot sometimes with the music, but at least you getting something.
I've paid
and
my
it's
rent.
registered. You say what?
I've paid my rent.
Yeah, hey, at least your bills are paid.
I've paid my phone bill. I've paid for groceries off of rap money.
I've bought a few things also, a couple little dollars that came through the account. Like,
yes,
okay,
and
account.
It's encouraging.
When that day come up and you be like, all right, account, I done forgot about them songs.
Right,
but,
exactly. It come through because you did your thing.
They ever make you go listen to them songs? Like, let me go listen to that little song I just got a couple dollars from.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, what happened to this song? But then you talk about marketing. So once you have your songs together and registered, now you all only got to get streams and people to listen to it. And that's it. That's the trick.
Hey, and you
just collect.
Cycle. What does it say? Cycle and repeat, repeat and rinse. What is it?
Repeat.
Rinse and repeat, and that's it. Hey, there it is.
All right, y'all.
A little hip hop 101.
Who do y'all want to see for the next battle? Not after this fresh.
After this one?
Yeah.
You mean like me or the people?
The people.
Oh, the people gonna let us know. They've been tagging some people.
No,
too.
I seen it.
They've been tagging everybody. I mean, it's been and they were like, well, "When you gonna come out with the next ones?" And I'm like, "I don't think y'all understand how many people in the city have been hitting us up. I really need to hire a damn team and get a." I need a committee for this because seriously, it's like it was somebody hit me up yesterday. He was like, "Man, I'm from Toledo, but I'm trying to be down." I'm like, "Oh yeah, this might get out of hand."
Yeah, I
got people from Toledo already hitting up. We ain't even get Cleveland right yet.
We need to get a phone bill. Make sure you actually stay in Cleveland. Like it's got to be something like that.
So I'm trying to say, man, it's popping, it's buzzing. People,
man, I love it.
I think it's great. But hey, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all tapping in.
Keep the conversation going.
That's right. And February 8th, we need to see you there at Coda. It's going to be crazy.
I'm going to be in there.
Yeah. You know I'm going to be there.
I'm so excited. Freshie.
Artizar.
Let's see you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.